Good day, everybody. This is Johan Bester from Charisma Performing Arts, and welcome to the launch episode of something I've been wanting to do for a long time. As a music educator of 30 years, working mainly with amateur choirs, I've been wanting to do a series that is focused on choirs, and I decided to call it Choir Matters. So this is the first episode of Choir Matters. The human voice is such an astounding instrument. The colors, the emotions, the connection to body, soul, and spirit. No other musical instrument has that but the human voice. And that's why my company slogan, "Your Voice Matters," is so powerful to me. Because the voice as an instrument, but also you as a person, your place on the earth, the meaning, the purpose of you being here. One single voice can express so much, don't you think? But more voices together, 2, 3, 4, or 20, or 50, or 100 voices together, so much more. Even when voices sing in unison, but they sing together, it's multiplied power of all the things that we mentioned that the human voice is capable of. Then, when voices sing in harmony, it takes the whole experience, the whole effect, the whole power of voices to a whole nother level. I mean, it's one of the most powerful things I think a human can experience on earth. Singing in harmony with other voices, no question. I mean, who is not moved by hearing perfectly tuned harmonies delivered by skillful singers? There are, of course, many different kinds of choirs, right? Children's choirs, youth choirs, choirs made up of adult singers, adult voices, traditional choirs, gospel choirs, church choirs, mass choirs, chamber choirs, men's choruses, women's choruses, and the list goes on and on and on. And then, of course, we can categorize choirs into main categories of amateur and professional. But there literally is a choir for anybody who loves to sing on this earth. So today, in this introductory episode of Choir Matters, I would just like to share a little bit with you of my experience in working with choirs and singing in choirs, and start a new journey on the channel for people like you and I who just love and have experienced and know the benefit of singing in a choir, this incredible art form. And of course, I can only speak from my own experience. So, as hopefully with everything on my channel, what you're going to get from me today and in the series is the truth of how I see it. So in my journey with choirs, as a singer, I started singing in good choirs since the age of 13, where I sang here in South Africa in a really, really good quality regional youth choir. And then I went on to study music at university, and I sang in one of the best university choirs in South Africa. Real, what we could call academic repertoire, right? 6, 8, 10, 12, sometimes 16-part motets and art music from across the whole Western music art history, from Renaissance all the way into the 20th and 21st century composers. And then I also sang in a professional chamber choir after university, which was a great experience, and also in a number of ad hoc ensembles for various purposes. Then I also love singing in small ensembles. So I've been a part of a number of quartets, quintets, sextets, and so on. So this is not choir, but the principles of singing in harmony with other voices are pretty much the same. I would say, though, that most of my choir experience in life was leading, guiding, coaching, conducting choirs, more than singing in choirs. But of course, I have done both. Now let's talk about the benefits of singing in a choir. People sing for many reasons. Mainly because they love singing. They have a voice, they have a musical and or singer's instinct, They have a desire for creative expression. Another big reason, of course, why people sing in choirs is the social aspect of it, the relational aspect, right? Being together with and making music with other people. When human souls connect, something powerful happens. We all know that. But when it connects through an unified goal in artistic expression, even more so. Then, of course, there's the actual sound, the scientific side of it, the facts about sound, right? Resonance, harmony, rhythmic foundation, melody, the effect that sound has on the human brain, the human mind and emotions. I mean, this has been studied extensively over many decades, and the results are conclusive. Just the positive effect that music, especially singing, has on the human mind, on your brain, neurologically. Another great thing about singing in a choir is discipline. It teaches you discipline. The required discipline when working in any team is super valuable, in my opinion, in anybody's development as a person, but especially children, young children and youths. And choir is a huge team, right? I often say in schools that you might have a rugby team with 15 players or 20, including the ones on the bench, or a netball team with 9, or a soccer team with 11. But the team in a choir can have 60, 70 or 80 members. So it's a huge team, and the discipline of working together in that team, what it teaches you for life, is so, so valuable. And part of this discipline, what we learn in a choir, is that it's not about us as the individual. It's not about me, but it's about the collective thing, the collective goal that we want to achieve as a team and my part in it. Okay? So linking to that is the next point, which is we learn that the quality of our individual effort, my heart, my musicality, my voice, the quality of that is truly significant in this collective outcome that we're all pursuing as a team. Then you might have heard me refer to this in the past on other Voice Matters episodes and so on. But then there's the scientific, physiological truth about what happens when any human being exhales, right? So connected to the vagus nerve strand in our body is our breathing mechanism. And one of the functions of it is to make every cell in your body relax. Every cell in your body, billions of cells, relax when you exhale. So what is singing? Amazing grace. That is a 6-second exhale. So when I do long exhales, I give my body a lot of opportunity to relax, to rejuvenate, to recuperate. So singing for 2 hours at a time in a choir rehearsal is actually good for your long-term health. You will grow older, healthier, if you sing a lot. That's amazing. Another scientific fact is that participating in music making, doesn't matter what way, playing a violin, a piano, drums, but especially singing, because that instrument is inside of you. Right, but the fact that I'm getting to is that performing music engages the biggest part of your brain more than any other activity that a human being can engage in. That's an astonishing truth. And this has been scientifically proven. I mean, it's the analytical and the emotional, the patterns versus the freedom, the understanding and the expression. It really uses your whole brain in a totally unique way when you make music, when you sing. Now, I've seen in my 30 years many people's lives changed because of music in general, but especially in my context, because people sang in a good choir. I've seen young children, 8 to 12, 13-year-olds, I've seen their lives change because they find a sense of belonging, a sense of purpose They find that they have a gift that they can apply in a very specific way. And I've seen behavior change. I've seen grades improve, school grades. I've seen relationships improve in children's lives especially, also in adults, but especially with younger people, because of what choir, being in that team, has done for them. And then in adult choirs, I have seen people in their 40s, 50s, even in their 60s, finally make a decision, I'm going to join a choir. I've wanted to sing all my life, and maybe I was busy for the last few decades building a career and raising a family, but now it's my time. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen this. And people in this bracket of life find such a new purpose and especially a joy in their life, because this community of like-minded people who make music together, all the things that we've already talked about today, just adds a layer of depth, emotional depth, and growing and feeding the soul of adult people. Some of them have sung in choirs, but maybe when they were in school, and it's been 10, 20, 30 years since they've sung. So what a community choir can do for someone in this bracket is just incredible. I've seen people's lives truly change after they joined a choir. This sense of belonging and of significance that I'm talking about, that you can find in a choir, cannot be overstated. The fact that when I sing in a choir, the fact that my voice matters, it means that I matter. And that is huge in people's lives. And at the same time, we learn that it is actually in the serving of other people. We serve our fellow singers. We serve our community. We serve our audience. It's actually in the serving of other people that we have so much more fulfillment, blessing for ourselves, and benefit, because we are giving up something of ourselves for someone else. And then at the same time, we learn that it is actually in serving others that we are blessed. Right? So when I sing in a choir, I'm serving my fellow singers with my gift, with my personality, with my voice. I'm serving my community. I'm serving my audience. And the fulfillment and the joy and the healthy sense of self that I get from that is absolutely beautiful. So sing. Sing everywhere and anywhere. Sing like no one's listening. Sing in the shower, sing in the car, sing around a table. But also, consider singing with other like-minded people. Now, this doesn't mean that I only want to sing with people who are like me. Not at all. It actually is not about our racial or cultural similarities, our language, where we come from, our gender, our age, or any of these things. It is about finding a common theme of humanity, the common theme of humanity, which is the essence of every person, and then connecting our souls and our spirits through music. It just is one of the highest expressions of humanity. So thank you for joining me today for this little chat about why it is so good, the benefits of singing in a good choir. And I hope that if you've been thinking about it as an adult, that today you will go online or you will talk to someone in your community and find out where is there a good choir that you can join. A choir where all these things that I talked about today are important and are happening. Also, don't just sing in any old choir. I mean, some choirs just waste your time. Sometimes people just waste time. That's not what I'm talking about. Find a good choir. And if you're in South Africa, contact me so that I can try and connect you wherever you are with people I know. But yeah, do that. And if you're a youngster, if you're still in school, and actually you know that I'm the kind of child who always walks around singing. Everybody always tells me to shut up because I can't stop singing. But I haven't yet taken that step. why don't you do that? Why don't you join your school choir or find a local community choir that you can sing in for your age group? I'm telling you now, so many people in my life have told me, Johan, deciding to join your choir was the best thing I've done. It changed my life. Thanks again for spending the time with me. Please check out all the other things that are on our channel. There are reaction videos to other singers, other performers. There are the 3-Minute Thursday series where I talk about a topic for only 3 minutes. There's the Voice Matter series, which really is for anyone, not just singers, anyone who's serious about their voice and about who they are and the fact that your voice matters and you matter. There are some vocal activation exercises specifically for singers and speakers. So there's a lot to check out. It's all there for you, free. So please use it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, why don't you decide to do that today? And please give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. This is Johan Bester from Charisma Performing Arts saying, until we see each other again, please take care of yourself.